We're going to do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on specifically. You guys might be feeling a little bit of a full moon hangover. That moon was also in Cancer, the only sign ruled by the moon. This means that we're manifesting right now. We have a huge focus on taking care of yourself and self-care. This really fits in with the twin flame theme as well too, because oftentimes, for those of you guys that are in a twin flame situation, this is meant to teach you self-love. It's supposed to show you your inner wounding or core wounds. And then as you heal them, you become more and more whole within yourself and within the connection as well too. So we have a lot of really strong energies. We're also in a strange void limbo-like state as we're preparing for the new year. You guys might feel a little in between situations, worlds, and even timelines right now, because you very much are as well too. We're noticing that our timelines are shifting around fast too, especially when it comes to the twin flames. So we're going to do a reading starting with the divine feminine. We're going to use my card deck, which is not just a tarot deck, because it is a tarot deck, but it's also for manifesting union. This is a deck that I made. So we'll mostly use these cards. I've been kind of using them lately. So we'll do a little bit of a reading starting with the divine feminine. A lot is coming up within these energies. So first off, you guys are not going to be able to take the karmic situations, karmic lessons, and things like that into the new earth. And we have a lot of karma coming to the surface. This could be karmic people, situations, or even experiences that you're needing to clear. So we have a huge focus on clearing karma right now as we're moving into 2024, which is going to bring a huge, we'll say, increase in frequencies. So we have that going on as well too. Sometimes these are the bigger blocks to twin flame union. A lot of people wonder why they're in separation right now. If in a separation, this is giving you a space to put the focus back on yourself and to work on yourself. A lot of you guys are figuring out the connection doesn't go away, so it can be a weird space to be in if you're in a separation and not actually in union with your twin flame, because that connection doesn't go anywhere. You guys can try to put it out of mind, you're done, whatever, but it's always kind of there. So it can be kind of a weird space to be in separation. You'll find that, that connection remains because it's on a 5D spiritual level. The reason why we see so many twin flames in separation is because when you guys are still in the 3D patterns and things like that, you're not able to be in union. Divine feminine, have boundaries with this person if in separation of how they're treating you. It's important. Some of you guys might need to, so that your twin flame can level up and do the work too. The separation may be needed so they can face their own ego blocks coming up. So we have that kind of going on. Union's feeling amazing this week, right? For those of you guys that are together, feeling those love states, I call it the love bubble, bliss states and things like that, feeling really, really good in these energies. So if in separation, not energetically aligned, we see a lot of that runner chaser stuff. If you have been doing that, don't do that right now. We see the ones that have been in the chaser are done with all that and kind of seeing their worth right now. For those that have been running, things are going to get serious then in the connection. Roles might even be reversing with that too. So we realize that this is not running and chasing, it's repelling and attracting. When in union, you're attracting this person. When in some type of separation, you're repelling this person energetically. Needing to do more energy work is always the key to this. All right, this one right here, we're going to start with divine feminine. Outside energies and circumstances got in the way. Feeling this heavy too, because I'm kind of going through my own journey with this too. This is a reminder that every person on planet Earth is working on their ascension, right? And different lessons and things like that. So this is outside energy and circumstances. This is huge too, because I feel this. And this is a reading for the feminine. Maybe on your masculine side, outside stuff's getting in the way. This could be people. We have a lot of karmic situations coming up, third-party situations and things that are getting in the way. If this is happening to you, let them. You deserve so much better. You need to raise your frequency to come back together, work on your energy. This is a huge thing too. So I'll just stop right here and say, if you're in a twin flame situation, book a reading on my website. You guys should be doing the readings periodically. It's going to help you with manifesting, shifting things, and changing your situation. Come find me when you guys want to do the inner work. I told someone this morning, right? When you're serious about changing your life and changing different patterns, the circumstances of your life, this will help a ton. But also recommending if you're in a twin flame situation, but even if you're just in any situation, you should be doing regular energy clearings. These are going to help a ton. When you're on the twin flame path, you're needing to clear your energy more. You're needing to meditate more. This is because more things are coming up too. And I feel this strongly, like you could be feeling really good in those love states and then another wave of stuff comes up. It could be when in union, so you guys are doing really good, it's like another layer come up to heal. Or in the separation, things come up more. You're triggered more and things like that. So we have a lot of that coming up. Needing to raise your vibrational frequency. The best way to do that is do energy healing work. It will help you a ton no matter what your situation, whether, I always say if you're in separation, get out of it, hit me up, do some twin flame coaching. It will help work you through from that separation into union, because I'm going to be able to see your patterns and blind spots and to help you through some of these things. And a lot of times it comes down to your internal programming and of course energy and things like that. Make sure you guys are booking me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com, if you need me. All right, this is huge. I manifested you once and I will manifest you again. Those manifestations are working. I see a lot of people getting into manifestation and magic, right? And we have all of this cosmic energy to be tapping into. This is making it easier. We're in really huge manifesting energies right now. If you want your twin flame in any circumstance, whether you're trying to manifest something with them back, being with them, calling in your twin flame in the first place if you haven't met them, you can manifest this. You're also meant to manifest union, but this is where the blocks come up oftentimes, the internal programming, things getting in the way, right, that we need to be mindful of and to clear. And when your twin flame is around you energetically, this is going to amplify things. You can manifest this person if it is what you desire. Know that if you're manifesting them, they're probably manifesting you back as well too. What you seek is usually seeking you too, right? There is a mirroring nature to twin flames. Trust me, we were fated to meet and I am your destiny. And so this can play out in many different ways. Sometimes separations come down to, I believe you can't bypass this spiritual journey and this spiritual work, and it's very common with twin flames, but you're not meant to stay in it. The best I've seen is someone hit that separation and come out of it in like a day, right? And that's good, right? They moved right through it. They were mindful of it, but I was also helping them through the process, right? And so some people sit and they get stuck in it and they just sit there and nothing much is happening, like lack of communication, whatever happens. Know that you're meant to shift out of whatever situations that you've come into. Separation is like you hit a wall, right? And sometimes that can feel like your actual twin flame is putting up blocks or walls and things like that. Know that this person is destined to be with you, but this is a fifth dimensional spiritual connection. They're always with you in the higher. This is why you're always thinking of them. You might have dream visitations. You know, you're feeling their energy around you. You're feeling them calling to you because you do very much share one soul. All people have twin flames. We're part of a counterpart, right? We each have the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Much of your work that you've done across this lifetime was to heal wounds within your feminine and your masculine energies too. When you've achieved balance energetically, you can achieve harmonious union with your twin flame, but it takes twin flames digging deep and doing that healing work too. This is meant to be a conscious relationship. I'm clearing my karmic past and healing from the past karmic relationships I have been through. Be patient. Some of the past relationships I was in have hurt me deeply and have left me very wounded. Now, we have different types of karmic connections that we've been through, and some of the earlier relationships the divine feminine has been in may have mirrored childhood wounds and things like that. This is why it just kind of depends on where you're at. But when you go into the twin flame situation, you go through a lot of chakra healing, specifically the solar plexus. When you're hitting those abandonment, rejection, and other wounds, you'll have a stomach ache. You'll feel it in your stomach. You might feel sick for weeks and things like that when you're hitting these separations or these healing purges and things like that. So we have a lot of past relationships and a lot of old karma being clear and cleansed through the solar plexus coming up for the divine feminine. This could have made you, having more hesitation, letting people in, things like that. deeper healing that you need to do, being triggered by your twin flame as well too, because oftentimes they're showing you the unlovable wounds that you carry, or they're triggering certain things. Now, it's important to remember that we signed up for this dance before coming to earth with our twin flame specifically, and sometimes we agreed to play out certain narratives with our twin flame too. Your soul is not concerned with your ego. I say your ego needs, with what your ego wants. It's concerned with getting you where you need to be within the ascension, above all in life, above all of this, right? The spiritual awakening, the ascension. So sometimes we can't understand why certain things are playing out. This is why it's very important that we're healing and releasing our own karmic patterns and things like that. The behavior that served you in childhood and early adulthood is not going to serve you in ascension. It's outdated for the times, right? So we're clearing a lot of outdated programming, and sometimes your twin flame can bring up old triggers, wounds, and behavior that you probably haven't noticed for a really long time. Suddenly it's coming to the surface as well too. The energies can get intense in twin flame situations. Oftentimes it can trigger we'll say the running and the chasing. The runner is like in the old patterns. Oftentimes they're having things come up, right, that they need to work on. And it could be in different people at different times within the dynamic, because there's two people, and oftentimes you're both working on a lot of baggage. I found your twin flame might be triggering your baggage, but they're not helping you to heal it. Your twin flame is never meant to do that. They're showing you where you need to do the deeper energy work too. For the divine feminine, a lot is coming up around past relationships. This may have you being like hot and cold. You might have attachment wounding or attachment issues and things like that. You're both my strength and my weakness. Not only are they showing you that, but you might really feel that as well too, that oftentimes union makes you stronger and you might feel a lot weaker in the separations and things like that. This is to help you to be more whole by yourself. It's very much a balancing of the yin and the yang, and the divine feminine and the divine masculine, which is kind of a delicate balancing to achieve harmony as well too. Separation, being pushed apart, repelling each other, union have come together, and hopefully in a beautiful balance. This is the point of twin flame union. I need a break to heal myself. If you're in a separation, look at it as a gift, because oftentimes, I'm just saying, you're not able to like go date, and that's the point of meeting your twin flame and then going into these spaces. Separation is like the hermit phase, literally. You guys noticing with spiritual awakening that we're getting pulled into our own world and our own dimension more and more, where 3D is like with the crowd, with family, with a lot of people. And I find with awakening, sometimes, it feels like you're losing people. Look around, you've lost a lot of people this year, but you're also being guided back to yourself and back to your healing. So you might find in separation that you're being given space to really work on yourself and to heal yourself. You might do multiple separations. Some people, they think, oh, well, I'm just going to do this journey and come into union, and it's dating like a 3D relationship. And sometimes it doesn't go like that. You might even do multiple as, look, you're doing really good for a while, the energy is really high and you're going up a frequency, and what happens is it purges up the lower energy. So you could be doing really good for a little bit, and another wave of healing comes up, pushing you guys apart and into further healing. Make sure you're really working on yourself. Sometimes separation too is caused by not putting enough energy into yourself as well too. This can deplete you or leave you emotionally or spiritually kind of, I don't want to say void, but void or drained too. Make sure you're putting extra self-love into yourself and working on your energy. This is going to magnetize your twin flame to you. In union, it's going to help you to be more balanced and more harmonious in the union. Have faith in the universe. This is bigger than both of us at the moment, and this is important too. And I say you don't want to test destiny, but oftentimes you'll be able to tell if this is a destined connection, because you're very much meant to come out of any separations. You're meant to stay in union. And you're going to feel that why things might not work out with other people is because you're simply not meant for these karmic relationships. You're not meant to be with the soulmate or the karmic forever, or in fact be with them at all. You're really made to be with your twin flame. And so you'll find where you might have been like really all in past relationships, and you had weird stuff happen on a universal level that separated you or split you up. With twin flame, it's different. When you're in a separation, you're going to have the whole universe supporting you. In union, you're going to have the universe supporting you. And either way, you're going to see a lot of angel numbers, synchronicities, signs, messages about your twin flame and about your path. All right, mistakes are made. And this is important too within the connection. There's been a lot that has come up on the feminine side. Right, if in separation you're not going back, the only chance is to start over if both are healed enough, but sometimes it's taking both to do that healing work. You may have had disagreements, and you may feel the masculine doesn't care about your feelings or may not understand your feelings. You might have had timing issues too. This is important too, because timing is always karmic energies at play. You might have felt you had timing issues where if you kind of met each other a little bit earlier, a little later, maybe it would have worked out. It's important that you're taking responsibility right now for your emotional and financial needs. This is important too, that you're flowing, that you're doing good in all areas of your life. In the old, you might have looked at your partners to compensate for ways you were feeling lack. This could have been energetic lack, emotional, financial, different ways that this is manifested. And you're needing to take care of yourself on every level. You're needing to be self-sufficient, self-reliant, and especially energetically. You need to learn how to cultivate your energy too. A lot of people don't know how, and this has made a lot of imbalances in past relationships, especially karmic ones, where they may have taken a toll on you financially, emotionally, or energetically. Getting rid of those kind of connections. Okay, so there's a lot of confusion. Divine Feminine might not know about this relationship or but what they want fully. What you want, you're manifesting all of the time. Someone's like, oh, I'm going to meditate to manifest. We're manifesting all of the time. Everything that we're thinking about through this flow of life. It's important that you're staying focused on what it is that you desire. All right, there might be some type of separation or space needed. In the separations is awful. You probably can't sleep, can't eat, can't think about anything but this person. However, there might be reasons why you need to be apart, like if this person is an ego or not doing the work or whatever. So there is some type of space being shown on the Divine Feminine side. This might mean that you've healed enough too for this connection, that it doesn't matter the connection. If this person is not elevating out of that 3D ego stuff, it might actually pull you back on your ascension. So there's different reasons why this separation may be needed. We know it's to heal, but it also can be to elevate the masculine right now too. If you're in a separation, it just kind of depends. They might have more, I say garbage or baggage to clear on their end too. So we do have this kind of things. We have Divine Feminine might be in that runner energy right now. You'll feel it happening too as it's happening. So if you've been the chaser, you might feel that you just don't care anymore. You're kind of done with it, and that's okay. Or you're needing to surrender to greater universal forces. But despite whatever's coming up, the Divine Feminine is in love with this person and knows this connection. All right, so we have a lot of interesting cards coming up right now too. All right, if you are single, we'll say in separation, you're single, right? You have a lot of love offers. You have people admiring you. This happens with twin flame energy. Sometimes it can activate a lot of Kundalini energy with you. It's a lot of sexual energy. And when you have that kind of energy in your aura, it makes you much more magnetic, and you'll find people are just suddenly drawn to you. Suddenly you're drawing people to you. So be careful. There's a lot of people around you that might be attracted to you because they're not understanding the energy, and because they see you by yourself. They see you single, or it could be like single status by yourself. There's people trying to sleep with you. I always say merge. Sleep with you and merge you. And there's people but these are like people that are not, they're temporary people. Be careful of karmic connections coming at you, because most certainly they're going to right now. This could be people that desire you sexually or wanting to be with you, but these are temporary situations and they're not good for you on a spiritual level. Just be mindful of that. Okay, so we have a lot of sacral energy coming up, of feeling bad, feeling guilty about how things went. Sometimes we can't see the bigger picture of how things are going, and everything's kind of gone as it should. And then we have a lot of focus on finances. Are you focusing too much on money, on the material, right? And not enough on the spiritual? This is an imbalance within your sacral. It might be affecting your sexual energy too, or your energy with how you're connecting with your twin flame too. If you're focused too much on money, too much on sex, right? And things like that. We have that energy coming up too of healing the sacral And this could be affecting your energy. If you're feeling zapped, tired, things like that, do some type of sacral healing right now. You have unfinished business with your twin flame. You may not understand this. So this, if you're in separation, you most certainly are gonna, it's not over, but there are patterns and like this hot, cold, back and forth baggage in the way. So it's not going good. I was saying this, like, I'm done doing this dance and getting the same results. So like, right, like until this person can change, not much is changing. So it could be on your side of needing to clear patterns, we know that, but on their side too, something coming up as blocking this. So this isn't over, this connection, for those in separation. For those that are in union, you have something left to accomplish. This could be, I always talk about union. We have a lot of children energy. Let's go back to that sacral card. We have a lot of the divine feminine. Some of you have children, and this is important that you are conscious parenting and seeing this as a way to break the karmic cycle through yourself, through parenting and conscious parenting, and learning how to do it a different way now that you've been aware of how your childhood affected you. And some of you guys with twin flames, when you found your twin flame and when you're in union, you're going to desire children badly if this is something that you want, of course, right? You might feel these kind of pulls coming at you with this Cancer full moon specifically. We have these kind of themes coming up. Okay, so we have this High Priestess energy, but it is in reverse. Ways that you're not getting clarity. This is like, okay, this is blocked intuition, not trusting your intuition. You know, you're getting so much clarity over the next year ahead, everyone, right? Because we all have this feminine energy, but this is a reading for the feminine. Are these ways that you've been suppressing or playing it small with your gifts, trying to fit in? This is a huge one, right? You guys are system buster, indigo starseeds. You came here to change the planet, but since a young age, you guys have been hiding your magic or may not have had time to fully open up your spiritual gifts. This is about opening up that psychic connection and trusting your intuition. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. This is being in a negative mindset and missing opportunities because of it. Needing to stay positive about the situation to uplift your frequency. It's going to help you a ton. This is healing past inner child stuff. So this is 10 of Cups, and this is like healing your past. You may have come from an unhappy family or unhappy childhood, or you might have a lot of inner child wounding that might have created things like we talk about trauma, PTSD, sleep issues, relationship issues, things that have come out of your childhood wounding, and then your twin flame comes along and re-triggers these things as well too. So we do have, and I love this because it's family secrets, and like there was no getting out of that Cancer full moon without some of these things come up. Like I rarely see my family ever, and it's like, wow, the family stuff imploded. Go figure, Cancer full moon, right? And it might be things you're seeing or things coming up or past energies that you're needing to once again rehash or revisit that might be affecting your twin flame union. All right, this is a conflict or challenges that are come up. We have this energy of, we have Five of Swords reversed first off, and then this is affecting your new beginning. Where have there been disagreements or conflict that's come up with your twin flame that might be blocking this new beginning energy? Ace of Swords is a very positive starting over, but it's also getting mental clarity. If you guys have, I say legal issues, but karmic issues, right? Things that are keeping you tethered, stuck. I talk about this with my awakening. It took so many years to untangle myself from all of this, I want to say garbage, right? Garbage of the collective, because sometimes it can feel like that karmically. And so if you have something holding you back in some way from that new beginning, this thing is about to be resolved as we move into January. You're getting clarity like never before. Trust your guidance too, because yes, you're seeing all of the flaws and problems coming up. It's so that you can resolve them and so that you can move through this stuff with your twin flame union, because this is a twin flame reading. Okay, so we have Three of Cups. This might be too much party, but this could be this is like third party situation. This is Three of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups is a positive energy, but when in reverse, there is something coming in the way and blocking this connection. It's another person, it's another situation, it's outside energies and outside influences. There's some type of negative energy around this connection that has come up. And this is not the usual purging from within. This is external stuff that is blocking this union in some type of way. Pay attention to what comes to mind. It could be on your side, but it could be on your twin flame side. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups in reverse, and this is meant to be a love offer, but this is like bad news, and this is bad behavior. This is like manipulative behavior. This is heartbreak coming up from this. And oftentimes, you know, some of these things can block it as well too. Everyone is a human, and in these 3D patterns and stuff like this is your divine masculine has done something with you that has hurt you in some type of way. This could be them playing mind games, being manipulative. It could be even something more like, you know, cheating and, you know, not offering that love, right? It's the love in reverse and things like that. So just pay attention if you have something going on with your divine masculine with these cards coming up. And we're going to go ahead and do a divine masculine reading. They could be with another person. We're talking about other things going on. We're going to do a reading specifically for the divine masculine. Let's see what's going on. Loving these cards too. Someone asked me if they could buy them on my video. I didn't link them. I don't have the link, but if you really want them, you can message me on it. I do have a few decks here. I'm just lazy to mail them out, right? I don't usually send stuff out, but they come out really, really good. I'll not yet. I'm going to be moving in like 2 weeks. I'll probably make a union deck. This is for those in separation, manifesting union, and it could be used for union too, because it's just for manifesting union. And we see a lot of people that are, you know, kind of dancing around it, but not in full union, right? So it's really good for manifesting union, these cards too. Really good for that. Let's see what's going on for the divine masculine. Make sure you guys are taking care of yourself a little bit extra, but also take advantage of these manifesting energies. Okay, so divine masculine. Both are awakening. Twin flames go through an acceleration of awakening. Everything I see now reminds me of you. They could be getting a lot of signs, messages, and synchronicities. This is a reading for everyone. I always say this is a general read. This is why it's very important that you can only get so much off of, let's say Facebook, Instagram and Facebook videos and memes. Make sure you're hitting me up for a reading and doing a session. It's going to help you a ton. But anyways, they're seeing so much that reminds you of them. And it could just be their thoughts, thinking about you a ton, connecting on the 5D, dreams, you know, little signs, like little reminders of you, especially the more connected that you are. They think of you all of the time. My soul was made with yours in the beginning of time. I can't remember which book it is because I've written a couple Twin Flame books now, but it is like that. You are literally a spark of the same ember, the same soul that was created. Why do we separate? We've done this many, many lifetimes. It's to learn here on earth, just like everyone else. But the most amazing part is of the twin flame journey is meant to be reunion and union and coming back together and finding each other across whatever lifetimes. It's up to the destiny and the fates if we even find each other, right? So we know that we can do many, many incarnations, and it's very special when you do come together with your twin flame. It's actually some of the greater work that you do. You have triggered such intense emotions in me. It's important that the masculine is feeling these emotions, processing them, and learning how to speak them, whether to your feminine or in general. You've been suppressing a lot of these emotions for a long time. Might be pulling back and thinking that you can do them on your own. It might be ways that you've been, I say drinking, right? drinking, and you know, a lot of times people try to go hook up with people. They try to go drink. They try to go shop or eat a lot of food and things like that to mask these emotions and things like that. Feeling these emotions, it's triggering good emotions too. It might be purging out the negative, but it feels really good in those high states. Just know that. This separation is because you started to treat me like a karmic partner, and this is important too. So masculine, were you treated like a karmic in some type of way? You might have been acting like a karmic then as well too, and this can get another layer of confusing for twin flames. It could be old situations coming up, or karma that needs cleared within the connection. I was kind of saying that too, that you can't do things to your twin flame without that karma being returned in some type of way. So it's important how you're acting too. The whole journey was for us to find our way back to each other. And like I just said, it's just so that you can come back together into this beautiful union. That is union with God too, and kind of coming together in the higher too. I didn't feel good enough for you and I knew I had more work to do. And this could be, do you feel, have you been, I say, putting the feminine on a pedestal, or having self-esteem or low self-esteem issues, or self-worth or rejection issues come up of your own? This is a solar plexus card. Doesn't surprise me because both twins are doing the same work, and it doesn't matter together or not. You're going through the same upgrades. We're having the same collective experience. Things coming up with the solar plexus. I need more time to process my feelings if Divine Masculine is pulled back in some type of way. Higher forces are trying to guide us together, and this is important too. Read the signs, pay attention to your intuition. You might be purging then masculine and things like that. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so we have a lot of heartbreak over third party situation. Third party are generally other people. They're karmic feminines. And someone was saying, asking me about, okay, karmic feminine, and said, listen, are we talking about the nature of reality? It gets complicated. I'm not very good at even kind of explaining this stuff, but I'm learning how to absorb and figure out reality too. So we have the karmic feminine. They are anyone, your friends, lovers, ex-lovers. They are the feminines around the masculine's field. So you have your own holographic reality, the women that you have manifested. When women appear in your journey, other women other than your twin flame, they are the karmic feminine. They could be your friends, people around you, outside influences, and that's okay. You have manifested these people on some level. You have brought them into your reality, and people say, why? Because it's easier than your twin flame. You control your holographic reality and all of the karmic players, so it's a lot easier of a relationship that you're used to with these people that will do anything that your mind is thinking of them. And it can be a little bit harder with the twin flame because they're stirring up a lot of deep emotions and energetic work that you have to do. So we have this karmic feminine kind of thing. Now, I'm not picking on the divine masculine. This is just a reading for the masculine because we have these kind of things. But your divine feminine may have done more clearing work or more ascension work, or might be at a higher level based on this reading of, you might be noticing that, and it might be making you feel some type of way with your solar plexus. And then your natural instinct is to go back to the friends, the family, and the people oftentimes. I don't know why. So we have this third party interference. This is like literally other love interests that are hanging around that you haven't got rid of. Maybe it's just because you're not sure about your twin flame and you think maybe it's easy to keep these people around. It's feeding your ego. It's giving you some type of energetic fix that you're used to getting in some type of way. But there's nothing that breaks up twin flames and separates them more other than outside energies and things like this. This can really pick at your, we'll say, twin flame in different types of ways, especially since they can see all of your issues so clearly and things like that. So we do have third party energy that is causing a lot of heartbreak, betrayal, and pain for your divine feminine. They will know it. So if like you went on a date with someone, you're talking to someone, you're social mediaing people, your divine feminine, they're here in the matrix with you, but however, their higher self sees everything, and it's very painful, and that they're going to be able to tell whether it's dreams, messages, sensing it, seeing things, and stuff like that. Well, the divine feminine, your divine feminine, is in a lot of, we'll say, painful energy from this in some type of way. This could be, but usually current, but could be past situations. It's things that you've done to them on the side, talking to other women, basically. Okay, so, and this is, you could be trying to date. Yes, this can happen, especially if you're in this long separations. I see a ton of people that go to date and maybe it doesn't work out, or they're thinking about dating other people. So we have this energy around the masculine too. Okay, this is ego stuff coming up then. This is ego stuff and resisting the awakening and the change. Sometimes masculine is trying very hard to hold on to their old life, or, you know, stay in their old life. And that's the biggest problem I see coming up during this time, because sometimes you're having to go into other dimensions and raise up with the ascension. So we have a lot of changes that are happening. You're going through a huge metamorphosis, especially in separation from this, especially from different situations, going through a huge awakening. It could be triggering dark night of the soul, things like that. There's a big healing, but there's a lot of pride and ego that has blocked this connection from the masculine side. This could be trying to control things, ego issues coming up. There's a lot of healing and wounds that you're masking that are coming up, that are needing healing during this time, that you're needing to acknowledge and to face and to heal. the divine feminine is in a lot of regret and wishing things hadn't played out like this, or certain things had not happened within this connection. They're very, if in a separation, they're suffering. They're doing very, very badly without you. They might be able to hide it good, but having a hard time just doing the basics. Let's say the day-to-day, right? Things they need to do. But we have the divine masculine is struggling to let go of the past and to move on. You might be creating blockages or obstacles by not letting go of the past in some type of way. We have that runner chaser energy too. Masculine maybe feeling like the chaser and things like that during this time. Just kind of depends. We have this energy of needing to really work on healing and self-love. Your twin flame is also healing the same things as you. This is why you guys are like ascension buddies, that when you planned out your life, you have a lot of the same core wounds. However, they may be opposite wounds, so it can create a lot of duality and issues between the divine feminine and the divine masculine to heal. This is your twin flame though. You're doubting this connection in some type of way. You wouldn't be here listening to this reading if you didn't know that. This is your twin flame. It's an important connection. You're being made aware of that so that you know how to handle things. Expect the unexpected. Just as we said that this connection's not over for the divine feminine, it isn't for you. There's going to be some type of, if there's no contact, there's going to be some type of contact reaching out. It could be a message, a phone call, seeing them in some type of way. Suddenly they want to see you and they're ready for you. I see a lot of people where they say they don't want this, and then they do a 180 or 360, whatever you call it, right? They do a complete change in directions. Okay, so we have a lot of problems though too. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. King of Pentacles is social status and doing good with your job and socially and things like that. This is in reverse. This is like money issues. This is like being materialistic, focusing too much on the material, right? Oh my God. And then I realized it, because in the past connections we're like, oh yeah, we're really good on projects. Everything that is not love is being stripped away. You might feel like you're losing everything suddenly. Everything's been taken away, and that's the point of this. The ones that are more spiritual might be going through this, and I realize that too. I've had everything stripped away except for certain things, but this is so that everything not love has to go. This isn't love, right? Love is at our core, and so you might feel like you're losing everything, having everything stripped away in an ego sense. This is okay, because all that your twin flame is meant to offer you is love, not everything else, not social standing, not money, not all this stuff, the material, right? And so some of you guys have a really bad concept of love ingrained or intertwined with the material. This person is just meant to be with you, spend time with you, and to love you. And this is important too. This is what you're looking for in your life past all of that, because you guys will find when you do really good in material, something is missing, like your divine feminine, right? Okay, so we have 8 of Cups. This is needing to walk away. This is needing to let go of negativity, but also needing to let go of the past. This is moving on. Okay, if you're feeling frustrated, use that right now. Sometimes we can use that to go to a whole nother level. I was like kind of joking about it because I'm getting ready to move. And I say, I use that. Like I'm ready to just be like, okay, I'm done with all this. And then I use it because I have to go to the next level. So if you're feeling frustrated, not getting the results, getting pushed by the universe, this is to get you to a higher level right now. This is like walking away though, but it's going to be good for your healing and how you feel in your solar plexus in some type of way. It's going to help you to clear energies. So this guy is going for a walkabout, right? He's going to leave and go out there in the unknown. And this is like that card. Okay, but we have a problem with your divine feminine. This is the 8 of Swords, and this is the blindfolded, tied up, right, in bondage energy, but it's not seeing things clearly. And this is being stuck in negative energy about this, mental confusion and fear and anxiety, and feeling powerless to shift or change this situation. Your divine feminine may have tried everything to shift things with you or your situation. You may need to make these shifts for the both of you, divine masculine, in whatever way, right? It could be being intentional, manifesting, or making some changes in your life. You might be having more clarity about what to do right now. Pay attention to that clarity as Mercury is getting ready to shift direct. And not just that, so we had Chiron shift direct yesterday. This is good because we're out of that yucky healing energy. Chiron represents our ancestral and family wounds, and that's why you guys might have been feeling that a little extra this shift, right? But we're out of that, and Mercury is going to shift direct for the new year, but also Jupiter and some other things are going to kind of move around. This is going to be really good. You're going to get a lot of clarity after the new year. But there's conflict and struggles. You might be going against the flow. You might be going against the flow with your feminine or the universe right now. You might be fighting this twin flame connection. You might be finding that you can't, that you're trying to move on and you keep getting guided back, or that, you know, you're not going with the flow in some type of way or with the plan. Knight of Pentacle. This is my favorite. I love Pentacle because I'm an earth sign, right? This is the earth sign and things like that. So this can, yes, represent if you or your twin flame are a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn as well too. But it's an earth sign. It doesn't have to be about that. But it's about money. It's about being patient with things, having common sense, but also taking your time. You're also watching your divine feminine too. It shows the masculine, right? So you've got an eye on your feminine, like no matter what. But this is success through staying consistent with things, putting in the work. And we have a really good card for the last card, 9 of Cups. And this is wish fulfillment, happiness, getting what you want, satisfaction, success, prosperity, rewards, and contentment. And so the 9 of Cups, Cups is love, right? And it's like getting that fulfillment in life through when you get your energy to these higher states. And when you're truly happy, you truly attract everything it is that you desire. This is your manifestations coming in through this union. In separation, you're off your timelines, you feel bad. When you're together, you start to feel really, really good energy. It can be intense with the upgrades moving into union, but when you guys come into union, it is meant to be lasting and beautiful, and you get so much out of it. Many can't make it through the separation process, and there's a lot of like coming together and pulling apart to do more work, and that's okay. This is representing when in union that you'll have everything that you desire, all of your manifestations coming through, but also better yet, the love that you desire. Some of you guys didn't have a lot of great childhoods and things like that. This person is meant to heal these things with you and to really come into this divine union, this divine love as well too. I'm going to go in there now anyways, but have a beautiful day. If you guys need me, I'm going to be around for healings and activations. I have a ton up for the new year stuff too. So check out my website, just book me on there. Great time to be doing some healings too. Have a beautiful day.